All right. Before we jump in on today's video, if you have a residential project that you're working on and you have a light in mind, but you're not sure if it's going to be bright enough or how many lights you're going to need, feel free to send me the information. I can run the calculation on my end. Maybe we do a video about it, and that way everybody can benefit from it. So that's something I'm happy to do. Let's jump in. Okay, so the first step is going to be figuring out how large the laundry room is that we're going to be designing. So let's grab that. Okay, so round up to 85. And we come over to our calculator. I'm going to assume that this laundry room has some pretty bright finishes. So we'll go with this top calculator here. So our foot candle target is 20. This metric is established by the Illuminating Engineering Society of North America and the Department of Energy. Next, we put in the square footage, which was 85, and then our ceiling height. Okay, so let's snip this so we can refer back to it later. Okay. All right, so that is our target, 2361. Okay, and then before we start to lay out lights, I like to look at whether there are any alignments within the room that we could take some cues from as a starting point. Maybe some lights are centered on this window or this door. Maybe we choose to orient the lights on center with these fixtures like the sink or the washer and dryer. So just as a starting point, that's where I like to go. I do think that this back wall here might be an opportunity for highlighting that vertical surface. Maybe there would be some open shelving that goes in there that we would want to have some light on. So I think I'll start by grabbing some adjustable lights to highlight that. And then I like to be about 24 to 30 inches away from the wall surface. So let's see how we're doing. Okay, so 3'6", we need to be closer to right in there. So let's move those up. Okay. And then we do have some upper cabinets for this full length here. So maybe we could consider some under cabinet lights to give us some good illumination. Let's put that there, there. One over the sink specifically. And then see how it's kind of maybe in try to make these somewhat equal. Okay, I'm curious where we're at relative to our target here. So let's go back to our calculator and find some placeholder lights. So first let's find some under cabinet pucks. All right. Do this one. Four of those, and then we need a recessed adjustable for that north wall. Let's, I'm not going to do the warm dim. That seems a little excessive for such a utilitarian space, but let's grab another adjustable here. Okay, so 800 plus 1200, that brings us to 2000. So we're still a little bit shy. I don't mind having a little bit of extra light in this kind of a utilitarian space. So maybe we do an additional adjustable light here to highlight this wall. Um, as a general rule, I like to try to focus on lighting vertical surfaces first, and then as a last resort, maybe you just do a recessed can light. And the reason is that it's kind of like wasting light because you're pointing it straight down at the floor, and floors are generally dark, so it just sucks up all the light and it doesn't bounce around within the space. And so it's a little bit counterintuitive, but that's why I like to start with seeing if there's any vertical surfaces to light. And so if we have this in here, then that definitely helps us meet our targets, and it's going to make the space feel right. If you'd like me to do a video like this for your own project, send over the information. If you have a light in mind, what we want to be looking for is LEDs that are dimmable, that are UL listed in the country that we're working in, and then finally that have a color rendering score of at least 90, and that allows us to bring out the true color of the materials in the space that we're lighting. All right, see you in the next video.